Okay, so all I really remember is when she kicked me in my face. Well, it was like right here, like my throat. All of this. All of this. But she kicked me. Like, karate kicked me, like, high up and then kicked me. Like, no, you can't do that. Everyone, it's me, your favorite person, Davion. Okay, so this is my first video for my YouTube. And yes, I know my camera quality is shitty. Don't judge. I'm using my phone until I get me a computer and a camera. But hey, it's not that bad of a quality. But anyway, so as you guys seen by the title, this video is about the time I got beat. Now, I mean, almost all my friends know that I live with my sister and her 2 kids. But at the time, I lived with my sister, her 2 kids, her husband, and the dog. Or whatever. Okay, so it happened like 2 or 3 months ago. It was like not fun at all. But I mean, who's really gonna say getting beat is fun? But so it all started the day after. It was one of the days before one of my pep rallies that I had the next day. Like, I had a pep rally the next day, which was on a Friday. So it was right before I had a pep rally. So it sucked because it was like I needed my phone so I could record the pep rally. So I could be up in there like, boom, boom, boom. But like, yeah, so it happened like a Thursday. It was like a Thursday night. And all I remember was my sister came into my room and she was asking me about $20. Have I seen $20? And I told her, no, I haven't seen any $20. But I told her, I was like, if you need $20 for like gas or anything like that, I'll give you my $20. And she's like, oh, no thanks, no thank you, it's okay. And I was like, oh, all right. You know, I tried. You didn't want it. It's fine. Whatever. But then, like, she came back and she was like, where'd you get those $20 from? And I was like, my allowance? And she was like, no, like, for real, where'd you get those $20 for? And I was like, from my allowance. You just gave me my allowance like 2 days ago. And she was like, oh, so you told me you didn't spend any of your allowance. And I was like, no, not really, no. And she didn't believe me because most of the time I'm nice enough and I, either if I don't spend it on myself, I spend it on my friends and they pay me back. Oh, FYI, Destiny, you still owe me $3. Don't think you got off the hook. And Deborah, you owe me $10 still. I'm gonna come back for my money. I'm gonna come back one day. But anyway, so I was like, no, I didn't spend any of my money. She's like, yeah, you did, but let me see your wallet. So I gave her my wallet. And she was like, oh, it's $25. And I was like, yeah. She's like, so you spent some of your money? And I was like, no, I never spent any of my money. She's like, oh, okay, whatever. And then, like, I remember she came back in my room again, and she's like, no, for real, did you take my $20? And I was like, no, that's my money. I took it, but if you need it, I'll take it. And she's like, oh, okay, I'll take it. So she took my money, and I was like, all right, whatever. It's fine. I don't really need it. I only was really using it for, like, to get something to drink or anything, because it was, like, the summer-ish. It was, like, middle of the summer, kind of, so it was, like, really hot in Vegas. And then she came back again. And she's like, oh, why are you so fast to give me $20? Are these really my $20? And I was like, no, it's not your money. It's my money that I'm giving to you because I know you're going to, I was like, because I know I'm going to ask you to pick me up a few times this week. So it's my money that I'm giving to you. And she was like, okay, sounds suspicious. And then I was like, I guess. And then, like, she asked my nephew, she's like, oh, how's your, because I used to pick him up from school or whatever. And she's like, oh, has your uncle, spent any money or whatever? Not knowing, y'all, he's 5 years old, so he gonna lie for whoever side he gonna lie for it. And he was like, oh, yeah, my uncle, I seen him, he had a Slurpee or whatever, and Lord, let it behold, I didn't spend my money on no slushie. I spent some change on a slushie. And he's like, yeah, I seen him and he had like $30 or something like that. And I'm sitting here like, the slushies is 89 cents. So I had to spend $1. So you trying to tell me I don't have $1.25? Like, no. And then, like, so, blah, blah, blah. She comes back to me. Oh, your nephew said you had like $30. Where'd you get $30 from? I was like, I didn't have no $30. She's like, oh, well, why didn't you tell me about a slushie? And I'm like, because I didn't feel a slushie was really important, because the slushie was like 89 cents. Like I just said, 87, 89 cents. So why would I tell you about a slushie? That's only 87 cents that I could get from a stranger if I really wanted to, $1. And she's like, oh, you took my money. And she started like pacing back and forth in my room. She left out my room and she called her husband on the phone or whatever. And she was like, he took my motherfucking money. And I'm like, the fuck? No, I didn't. But me, I took your money. Okay. So then she comes back in the room. She's like, you took my motherfucking money. And she like runs towards my bed and she freaking karate kicked me. Like, all I could remember is I fell down off my bed and I was on like the floor and I hit my head on my dresser. I had like 2 dressers stacked on top of each other. The little plastic dressers. They were like this tall maybe. And I just remember like being in one of my dressers, like my head went through one of them. It broke. And I had like cuts right here or whatever. And then she was like, oh, don't effing play with me. And then she kicked my fan. What did you kick in the fan for? What did the fan do to you? Are you mad because you don't have a fan? Because your husband broke your fan? But anyway, so then, you know, she, like, you're not even gonna have no fucking fan either. She took my fan. Okay. It's hot, but okay. And then I went to school the next day. And everybody was asking, everyone was like, oh, what happened to you? What happened to you? And I was like, nothing happened to me. They're like, oh, so why don't you have a phone? Da, da, da. And I was like, I got my phone taken. They're like, why? And I was like, I don't feel like talking about that. And they're like, oh, all right, whatever. And then at lunch or whatever, everyone seen like the bruises on my arm and stuff. I had like bruises and stuff because she fucking kicked me off my bed. And then she started whooping me. Like, she started really whooping me. Like, what about? Like, just hit me wherever, everywhere. And I had like big bruises, like all like that down. Ooh, my elbow kind of ashy. Ignore that. But yeah, she started whooping me. Like, okay. And then I came home. She wasn't home. So I asked her husband if I could put my fan back in my room. He was like, yeah, it doesn't matter, blah, blah, blah. So I had my fan. She came home. Where the fuck is the fan at? Even though the fan wasn't even being used. The fan was just in the corner of her room. Just sitting there. Collecting dust. So I went to sleep or whatever. Because I walked home, like, no money. I didn't have any money because I gave her my money. And then, what's it called? I didn't have a phone to keep my mind off of it. So I was walking with nothing. So I came home and I was super tired and hot. Couldn't breathe. So I went to sleep. And then she was like, oh, don't think I have sympathy for you just because, you know, you tired or whatever, blah, blah. And then I came home the next day and my god sister was there. And she was like, oh yeah, that motherfucker took my money or whatever when I walked in. And my god sister was like, that's not okay or whatever. And I was like, okay. And then I was like, I didn't take it or whatever. I was like, did you even check with your son before you checked with me? And then she's like, oh. She was like, oh, yeah, I did. And that's when he told me you forgetting or whatever, blah, blah, blah. So we went through that whole thing. Make a long story short, because I'm not going to have a long video. She found the money behind her dresser. And I got beat for nothing. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys like this. Comment if you want me to do more story times, because I have a lot of stories that I could tell. Or you guys could just comment and tell me what other stuff you guys want me to do. Like, I can do skits or, you know, anything else. Whatever you guys want me to do, I will do it. Whatever. Make sure to subscribe. You guys could share this video all over Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat. Just share this video. Yeah. And yeah. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and comment what you guys want me to do. And just thanks for watching. Yeah. Bye.